snakes, my name is Dante, and today I will be talking about the new spoilers, which, yeah, the new spoilers in War of the Spark, but not all of them. Like, I didn't include the ones from last podcast, but I didn't include all new spoilers either. I just put some spoilers I saw, and two cool spoilers, and then some random spoilers and stuff. But yeah, like we'll be starting off like, I don't know, is that it? Like there's Stoneforge Mystic. Like everyone was like, that was from World Wake. Like everyone was saying that Stoneforge Mystic later on became Nahiri. That's the first spoiler of the stream. Like, I don't know. Was Nahiri actually Stoneforge Mystic? Like, well, yeah. In War of the Spark, there's like many new Planeswalkers, but they weren't like random cards that somehow turned into Planeswalkers. Like Stoneforge Mystic turned into Nahiri. Which, I'm not sure if that's true. That's what many people were telling me. But, yeah. Like, I think they were in the story the whole time, but they never got revealed until now. Like, Azor was like a planeswalker and the Perun of Azorius, but it appeared in Rivals of Ixalan as a legendary creature because he gave up his spark to create the Immortal Sun. Now, I've always been wondering, like, is Stoneforge Mystic actually Nahiri? I don't know. But yeah, let's start with the spoilers. So Nahiri is a 4-mana 6 loyalty planeswalker Nahiri, yeah? And as long as it's your turn, creatures you control have first strike and equip ability to activate cost 1 less to activate. Very good, yeah. And -X deals X damage to target tapped creature. Yeah. Yeah, Nahiri has always has a lot to do with first strike and equipment, like the Stoneforge Mystic. But is Stoneforge Mystic actually Nahiri, or yeah, is Nahiri actually a Stoneforge Mystic? I think so. But yeah, that's Nahiri. Which, yeah, Nahiri is in the set fighting Sorin because, yeah, they've always got this feud. Like, Sorin versus Nahiri. Yeah. That's first spoiler. Second spoiler, we got Neoform. Neoform is a 2-mana sorcery, but is an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature, search your library for a creature card with converted mana cost equal to 1 plus the sacrificed creature's CMC, and then put it onto the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter, then shuffle your library. You might be thinking, a weaker Eldritch Evolution? Like, yeah, Eldritch Evolution, well, it's 3 mana, and yeah, it's CMC +2, but Neoform, and Eldritch Evolution could actually do less than CMC +2. When Neoform has to be CMC +1, but with an additional +1/+1 counter. That's the difference between Neoform and Eldritch Evolution. Yeah. I'm not sure. I think Eldritch Evolution is still better than Neoform, because Eldritch Evolution is just green, when Neoform is blue-green, which is the difference. Yeah. Now spoiler number 2. Now spoiler number 3 is Mobilized District. It's just a land, but it taps for colors or 4 mana to turn it to a 3/3 citizen with vigilance on end of turn, and it's still a land. It costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature and planeswalker control. So very easily can become it can do a 0 mana activation to turn into a creature. Like it's like a new man land or something. And it's not an elemental. It's actually a citizen, which is kind of strange. Like yeah, it's a citizen, not an elemental. And yeah, you notice that my background is different. That's because I'm in Japan right now. Yeah. So yeah, I'm in Japan just waiting for the GP in Yokohama. Yeah. I'm not in Yokohama right now. But yeah, let's mobilize district. After that we got Spellkeeper Weird. So 3 mana, 1/4 weird. Yeah, weirds are returning, and so far there's 2 spoiled, but I only include 1. The other one, it's gonna be another moment. But yeah, it's a weird 2 mana tap, sacrifice it, return to our instant or sorcery from your graveyard to hand. They worked well as a team, but they knew it couldn't last forever. That's weird. Because it's a weird. That was a nice one, yeah. So yeah. It's a very good card, actually. After that, we got Makeshift Battalion, which, yeah, Battalion is actually returned before. We've so far seen a new mechanic that was also returning, the vehicles. There were 2 vehicles so far spoiled, but I didn't include them. You can check it out on Mythic Spoiler if you want to find out all of the spoilers, but yeah. But yeah, Makeshift Battalion is good and limited because yeah, it grows by battalion. Like there was another one, like it was a Hazda something. I think it was Hazda Marshal, which had a battalion effect to create a 1/1 soldier with lifelink. That's Makeshift Battalion. Now we got ParalaxPotion. Like they did spoil the new basic lands and the arts for the basic lands, but they haven't spoiled the new arts for the guild gates or for the shock lands. But we just know they're returning. All of them, all guild gates, all shock lands. Are bounce lands returning? That's the question. I hope they do return. Like, I want bounce lands in standard, but, well, yeah, although I'm a mono red player, I still just want bounce lands back. It's a 2 mana 1/1 elf druid with when enters battlefield, choose 1 to put a +1/+1 counter to a creature or proliferate. Yeah, proliferate is returning and it's in many cards. Like, Affinity for Artifacts is returning, but it's spoiled on only 1 card, and that's Tezzeret, the Biobots promo. Which, yeah, it's a mythic Tezzeret, yeah. And, yeah. Yeah, that's... Then we got ParallaxPotion. Now, time for Goblin Ixalan. It's simply a 2 mana 2/2 with no abilities. That's simply it. It's like back then that was actually that would have been a good card because back then like many 2 mana 2/2s, many red 2 mana 2/2s usually had a downside, like yeah, like until now they couldn't have like red bears, like they call it, like you know there's like the grizzly bears. Well, those later on became different bears but on different colors. Like there was, yeah, there was like a white one. There was actually a walking corpse, which was the black one, and I'm not sure if blue had one. I think it did. But yeah. Now it's time for Defiant Strike. Like, yeah, Defiant Strike is actually kind of good. Like yeah, at least finally, Giant Growth got spoiled in English, but didn't include in the podcast. But yeah, it's actually still good in its set. It didn't get outclassed by Giant Growth, since Giant Growth doesn't draw you a card, but Defiant Strike draws you a card in exchange for a +2/+3. Like you have to remove a +2/+3 in order to draw a card and change from green to white. Is that worth it? I don't know. I think so. Like in late game, you might need the extra card. In early game, nah. They just couldn't bring back mutagenic growth. Like, why bring back Phyrexian mana if you're in Ravnica? Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, they already brought back hybrid mana, which, like, it's in Ravnica, in Lorwyn/Shadowmoor, and in Tarkir. But Defiant Strike, yeah, is actually a good card. After that, we got Forced Landing. Like, it's not gonna be that good in Standard because we got Plummet, Pierce the Skies. Well, Forced Landing, I think it's better than Pierce the Skies, but there's not that much flying creatures that can survive 7 damage. Well, Forced Landing can take down a Zetalpa. Yeah. That's the difference between Forced Landing with Plummet. Like Forced Landing, it sends them to the bottom, not destroy them. So it can deal with the Zetalpa. Like, the only way Forced Landing can be better than Plummet is dealing with Zetalpa, but it doesn't kill it. It just sends it to the bottom, so it's not really that good compared to Plummet. Like, it's better than Pierce the Skies, I think. Well, not always. Like, Forced Landing always sends a creature to the bottom. And even the ones with more than 7 toughness, even Zetalpa, which has indestructible, yeah. But there's always Plummet, which destroys them immediately. Much better than Pierce the Skies. Yeah, much better than Pierce the Skies, but can't deal with Zetalpa. It would be a good combo if you somehow forced landing an opponent's Zetalpa, then somehow bottom mill them. Like, how do you bottom mill in Standard? Like, the only bottom mill card I know so far is actually, like, only Legacy Commander. Like, it's Grenzo. Like Grenzo bottom mills your own library. You can't bottom mill the opponent's library with Grenzo. No, that's not how it works. Really? That's different. So yeah, that's Forced Landing. Now, time for Demolish. Demolish, it's a 4-mana sorcery to destroy target artifact or land. Yep, it's returning just to stay in Standard because it's gonna rotate out, but Demolish wasn't anyways, Demolish wasn't that good. Like, well, yes, it's a 4-mana sorcery that can destroy an artifact or land, but yeah, not just that. Simply, I think it could be better than Rubble Reading, because Rubble Reading only destroys lands, but lets you scry too. Demolish can also deal with artifacts. Like, It's worse than Pillage, of course. Like, why bring back Pillage? Like, seriously, Pillage is too good. Play Demolish. Put Demolish in Standard, not Pillage. But still, why reprint Quench and not Rune Snag or Mana Leak in Ravnica Legends? Like, I don't know why. Okay, now it's Naga Eternal. It's a bad card. Like, we already got Coral Helm Commando in the last set. Like, it's a 3-mana 3/2 that does nothing. Why? Why still make cards like that? Like, they're completely useless. Like, seriously, why? Why though? Like, yeah, even a 3-mana 3/3 with no abilities is bad, but that, way worse. Well, at least it's not worse than Sea Serpent. Yeah, Sea Serpent, the worst card in the game. No, wait, it's not the worst card. Bog Serpent is the worst card. Never mind that, but time for Bulwark Giant. Like, it's a 6-mana 3/6 giant soldier with when enters, you gain 5 life. Like I think it was called Apostle's Blessing, I'm not sure. Or something like that. It was a 1-mana sorcery, you gain 5 life. Like, that card is stapled onto a 3/6 creature. Like, it's worth 6 mana, so basically you're paying 5 mana for a 3/6 creature. Which, it's below average. And then 1 white to gain 5 life. And that's, you combine 2 cards, actually, which is kind of cool, but... Hello, Ben! Hola, Marcos! How are you? ¿Cómo estás? So yeah, that was Bulwark Giant. Yeah, it can be good. But time for the next card, which is Courage in Crisis. Like, yes, I am. I am excited for War of the Spark. It's gonna be so cool. Like, so many Planeswalkers. Like, there's gonna be one in every... There's gonna be one in every single pack. Like, yeah. Like, every pack contains a Planeswalker. But that's because there's uncommons and rares and a few mythic Planeswalkers in the set. Yeah. And there's also uncommon legends, uncommon legendary artifacts. Yeah. It's gonna be so cool, but yeah. Courage in Crisis is basically the opposite of a different card, which was like, it was 2 in a black. Sorcery put a -1/-1 counter on target creature, then proliferate. That is the opposite. It puts a +1/+1 counter on target creature, then proliferate. Like, why not bring back -1/-1 counters? Like, proliferate return. Like, why not bring back the other card that had proliferate and that puts a -1/-1 counter? Because in Amonkhet, there were -1/-1 counters. And Nicol Bolas is actually invading Ravnica with his army. And then the Planeswalkers are all fighting Nicol Bolas. Well, except for Nahiri and Sorin, which they are fighting each other. Which, yeah, Sorin is in a previous podcast. Yeah. It's simply Courage in Crisis. Now, it's Sunblade Angel. It's a 6-mana 3/3 angel with flying, first strike, vigilance, and lifelink. A lot of keywords put onto a creature, but yeah, it is actually a good card. Yeah. It's very, yeah, it's actually a very good card since it has vigilance and lifelink, and it flies. Like, you'd nearly always be attacking with this. Even, yeah, like this with first strike, like, you'd be always attacking with this, unless if there's an opponent that has, unless if the opponent has a creature that's power and toughness 4 or greater, like if it's power 4 or greater but 3 or less, then just still attack with Sunblade Angel. Like, if there's a creature with power, with any power, but with toughness 4 or greater, try consider not attacking with Sunblade Angel. Well, that's unless if the enemy creature has power 2 or less, but has to have flying or reach, though. Well, Mammoth Spider can kill Sunblade Angel. Concordia Pegasus can't kill Sunblade Angel. But they were both cards from the previous set, and they're not going to return. Of course, in War of the Spark, like, there's one set difference. Like, they might be returning cards that are going to rotate out soon, but get saved by War of the Spark, and then after that, M20, yeah, M20 will be very cool. After that, we got Bloomhulk. Bloomhulk is a 4-mana 4/4 plant elemental. Ooh, interesting. With when it enters, proliferate. Yep, very good. Like, so far the 4 mechanics in the set is Amass, which is going to be a new one. Proliferate, which is returning. Affinity, which is returning. Seen in only one card, which was Tezzeret by Bot's promo, which was Affinity for artifacts, and after that, and also vehicles are returning. Like, we haven't seen vehicles in 3 sets. Like the last time we saw vehicles was in Dominaria, which only had 1 vehicle, which was the Weatherlight. Now, so far, 2 vehicles have been spoiled. The Parhelion 2, yeah, which is legendary, and some sort of Mizzets vehicle. I'm not sure. Like, it was an Izzet vehicle, like a Nivets, not Mizzets. Nivets vehicle. Like, Mizzets is a different one, a member of Izzet, but Nivets is actually a location in the area of Izzet. But never mind. After that, we got Blind Blast. Like, it's a 3-mana instant that deals 1 damage to our creature, but it can't block this turn. And draw a card. Yeah, it is. It can draw you a card. It's not a cantrip, like, it is very good because it can stop a blocker. Hopefully kill it, though. But are dinosaurs returning? Instead, like, wolves are returning. I'm not sure if werewolves are returning, because there's Arlen, which makes wolves and werewolves enter stronger. And yeah, there's Huatli, which hasn't been spoiled yet, but the art has been spoiled. So there might be dinosaurs as well. Hopefully. Like, but there is already like 1 or 2 dinosaurs in Ravnica. Yeah, and it draws you a card. It's good. Like, yeah, Jaya Ballard is gonna be in War of the Spark, but it hasn't been spoiled yet. Like, there was only 2 Jaya Ballard cards. Like, there was Jaya Ballard, I think it was Taskmate. Yeah, the original one, which was from Time Spiral, and then when it turned into Planeswalker, simply Jaya Ballard. Like, nothing else. Simply, like, why Like, why before have Jaya Ballard task made and then make a new one and simply call it Jaya Ballard? It doesn't really make sense. Like, why not call the first one Jaya Ballard and then call it Jaya Ballard task made? Like, well, yeah, there's lots of years of difference. Like, Jaya Ballard was like task made was like time scroll was like 2000 something. Like, I think it was before 2010, but but Dominaria, which was when there was a new Jaya Ballard, it was 2018, and now there's gonna be a new one, which is in War of the Spark, 2019. Yeah, Jaya Ballard. After that, we got Lazotep Revert. So 2 mana, 1/2 zombie beast. Yeah. With enters battlefield, amass 1. Yeah. It's a very good card. Like, a creature type that's coming soon is army. Like, there hasn't been any army cards spoiled. Like, but so far the only army that we know that's gonna come is the zombie army token. The 0/0 zombie army token, but it grows with the amass mechanic. Like, I think the only 2 mechanics that create tokens are amass and investigate. Like, investigate creates clue tokens, and amass could create zombie army tokens. Like the amass mechanic would be good with shapeshifters, with like changeling creatures. Like, say for example, Taurian Mauler or Mirror Entity. Like, yeah, Mirror Entity, and then when you use Mirror Entity, like, you could choose a number, and then just, but it doesn't really matter. As long as it's not 0, just choose a number, and then all of your creatures get all creature types and their power tokens are that number, and then you can amass those creatures. Like, but that's not in the new set, of course. That was just in Lorwyn Shadowborn. Yeah, the changeling mechanic. There we go. After that, we got Kasmina's Transportation. Have you ever noticed that frog looks like Thanos? Like yeah. And yeah, it looks so cool. Like, is it about to snap its frog fingers? Like, I don't know. But definitely looks like Thanos, right? The original Thanos, like blue and all of that. Like, well, it's like, it looks so funny. Like how Kasmina just transforms one of the enemy zombie soldiers into a 1/1 Thanos frog. What doesn't turn it into a frog? It doesn't turn it into Thanos. It just removes its abilities and it makes it 1/1. Like how would a Thanos frog be 1/1 with no abilities? Like, what? I don't know. Like, did Wizards do this on purpose? Like, make a frog that looks like Thanos just because it's called War of the Spark and it's kind of like gonna be the end game of the war between the Gatewatch against Nicobolus, and soon there's gonna be Avengers Endgame. I don't know. Is there a relation between those two things? I don't know. But well, what we know is that this frog definitely looks like Thanos. It's so funny. Yeah. After that, we got Grateful Apparition. So 2 mana, 1/1 spirit with flying, and when it deals combat damage to player planeswalker, proliferate. Yeah. It's very good. Like, it can proliferate your planeswalkers if it hits the other planeswalkers as well. Like, if you're playing in sealed, you most probably in your deck have lots of planeswalkers. At least in Planeswalker Weekend, where in the Store Championship and in the 4 boosters draft, you're just gonna have lots of planeswalkers. Well, at least 4 if you're playing the 4 boosters draft. And in the sealed Store Championship, at least 6. Like, yeah. If you're lucky, you could get a 7th one. But yeah, at least 6 planeswalkers for the Store Championship, and at least 4 planeswalkers, very likely to have a 5th one, unless the other ones are doing the same strategy as you in the 4 boosters draft. Yeah, it's very true. There's gonna be lots of planeswalker synergy and stuff, especially in Planeswalker Weekend, which, like, it's gonna be a Ravnica weekend, but it's called Planeswalker Weekend. But Planeswalker decks are gonna be released in per-release, and yeah, like, you can only buy them like in the days of the per-release until the set gets released. Yeah, like, we got Band Together, 3 mana instant, up to 2 target creatures you control. Each deal damage equal to the power to another target creature. Like you might think this is similar to combo attack in Battle Bond, and yeah, it actually does how it works. But the thing is that combo attack is better than Band Together, because combo attack, it's from your team, not just yours. Teamwork matters in Battle Bond. Yeah. After that, we got Uncrop Invader. Like, it's a 3 mana 2/2 zombie minotaur warrior. As long as it's your turn, it has first strike. It has 1 mana, sacrifice another creature. It gets +2/+0 until next turn. Yeah. It's very good. It's kind of like a sack outlet, but you have to pay mana for it. Yeah, and the flavor text is cool. Like, give me a crew like this one and I rule any sea, I say. Like, is Angrath in the good side or the bad side? I'm not sure, but I think... I don't know, but Angrath is a pirate. Yep, he's a pirate. But yeah, Chad, we got Lazotep Plating. Like, looks so cool, the art. Like, it's 2 mana instant, amass 1, and then you and permanents you control gain hexproof until end of turn. Yeah. It's very good. Like, the order matters. Like, first you get the token, and then you get hexproof, and your permanents have hexproof as well. Like, it's gonna be good. Like player hexproof in standard. I don't know. It's not really as powerful as Leyline of Sanctity. But yeah. But the art is, no doubt, very cool. After that, we got Banehound. Banehound. Wait, they have 6 eyes? Really? Okay. So 1 mana, 1/1 Nightmare Hound with lifelink and haste. Yep, black haste. It's not really that weird, like, not that rare. Like, well, you've got Blood Gas that could have haste. There's plenty of black haste creatures. Sometimes green haste. I think white can sometimes have haste. Like, I think blue never has haste creatures. Like, yeah. But Banehound is is very good. It's a 1 mana 1/1 Nightmare Hound with lifelink and haste. Yeah. Like, how do you get a pack full of Banehounds? Like, how can you have, like, the maximum amount of Banehounds you can have in a pack is 2. 1 regular and 1 foil. Like, I wish I could train a pack of them. Like, you get it. Like, a booster pack of Banehounds. Like, you can only get 1, and if you're lucky, I'm not sure if it will be considered lucky, get 2 in 1 pack. Like seriously, the flavor test is wrong. Like you can't have a pack of 16 Banehounds. Like, because the 15 cards plus a foil, if you're lucky to get a foil. Like since it's not a master set, there isn't always a foil in a pack. Like if you're lucky, you can get the foil. But yeah, we got Erratic Visionary. It's a 2 mana 1 free human wizard with 2 mana tap, draw a card, and discard a card. It's very good, actually. It's the flavor test is also so cool. Like, an instant experiment begins with a what if, gets approved with a why not, and concludes with an Eureka. Yeah. Too bad Eureka is actually in the reserve list. That's the thing. It's cool. It's actually a cool card. These are just 2 mana 1 free at its worst. But yeah, that we got Devouring Helion. It's kind of like Devour. It kind of like has a Devour too, but it can eat Planeswalkers. Yes, it can eat Planeswalkers. Not just your opponent's Planeswalkers, it can actually eat your own. Devour, but with Planeswalker. Call it Devour, and then below, Planeswalker Devour. Like, why not bring back Devour? And why not make a new mechanic called Planeswalker Devour? Like in Commander 2018, they made a new card that had Commander Ninjutsu. Seriously, like it was such a cool ninja. And they added a new mechanic, Commander Ninjutsu, which was like ninjutsu, but you could actually send your commander to the command zone. Like yeah. But usually you'd use Yuriko as a commander, which is a card of the Commander Ninjutsu. But yeah, it's literally when it enters, you can sacrifice any number of creatures and or planeswalkers. If you do, it enters with twice that many +1/+1 counters on it. Yeah, there's no crisis a Helion can't make worse. Looks so cool. But what's it gonna eat first, though? I don't know. Chat, we got Aether the Fallen. It's a 2 mana sorcery that says choose one or both. Return target creature card from your graveyard to hand, and or return target planeswalker from your graveyard to hand. Yep, planeswalker retrieval. It's coming. Very good. Now that is time for next card, which is Mawoo! Yep, there's gonna be Jiang Yangu as well. Not sure, I think Mu Yanling is not gonna be in the set because the art hasn't been spoiled, the card hasn't been spoiled. So I think Mu Yanling is gonna be a no-no. Like, well, Davrio appeared out of nowhere. Like, the art wasn't spoiled, but then the card appeared in the spoilers. Like, what? Really? What is Davrio? Like, but then I started to read the MTG book, Children of the Nameless, and yeah, Davrio was in Innistrad. Yeah. Because yeah, it's a 4 mana free trample vigilance. If one or more +1/+1 counters will be on Mawoo, Loyal Companion. That many +1 counters are put on it instead. It's kind of like some sort of winding constrictor, but only on Mowu. Like, but yes, Jiang Yangu puts +1 counters, and Mowu is gonna receive them. After that, we got Cyclops Electromancer. It's a 5-mana 4/2 Cyclops wizard. When it enters the battlefield, it deals X damage to a creature an opponent controls, or X's the number of instants and sorceress cards in your graveyard. And yeah, every storm has an eye. Nice one, Wizards. Now, that is how Wizards is funny. Because Cyclops has one eye, and it can be a storm at the same time. So every storm has an eye. You get it? Yeah. That's kind of cool. Unfortunately, it can't hit planeswalkers. But yeah, it's still a good card. Removal put onto a creature. Good. Good in is it Drakes? Yep. Like, is it like the Arclight Phoenix deck in Standard can sometimes be called Is it Drakes? Like, well, if it's an Is it deck, it can be either called Arclight Phoenix or Is it Drakes. But yeah, there is actually a red-black Arclight Phoenix deck, which I actually faced in Japan in the Standard tournament. And in Modern, there is actually a red-blue Arclight Phoenix deck. I once actually played against an Arclight Phoenix deck, but it had a Crackling Drake, and it was Modern. Not just that, Modern has mono red Arclight. Yeah, it does actually, because it goes with Faithless Loofings and Tormenting Voices, Catharic Reunions, and yeah, there's Pirates Pillage, yeah. After that we got Rescuer Sphinx. It's a 4-mana 3/2 Sphinx with flying, and as it enters the battlefield, you may return a non-land permanent you control to its owner's hand. If you do, it enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter. Additional +1/+1 counter? No. Well, yeah, it enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter. Like, it doesn't enter with +1/+1 counters. No! Why did I say that? Like, okay, yeah, it doesn't enter with +1/+1 counters. Unless if you bounce the permanent you control. Funny. At least it's better than Snapping Drake, which I have a poster of that card in my room. It's really good, actually. Too bad it doesn't have Flash, but yeah. You could actually bounce the creature just to be able to later on redo its ETB. Or if there's a card that's too good, or like if there's a Steal Away, which is exiling a not very good card, and there's a very big creature in the battlefield, you would like to Rescue Sphinx that Steal Away to then have it in your hand, and then hopefully have 2 mana open to then trap after that the big creature in the opponent's turn if it attacks. It would be cool. We somehow did it. After that, we got Tomik, Distinguished Advocate. Wait, a 2-mana 2/3 Human Advisor? Not just that, flying? Whoa, that's actually instantly better than Concordia Pegasus. Instantly better than Illusionary Informant. Not sure if better than Glintnest Crane. Not sure if better than Eldwall Illuminator or Supreme Phantom. Well, definitely not better than Supreme Phantom if played in Banned Spirits, because yeah, Supreme Phantom is a lord. And not just that. Lands on the battlefield and land cards in your graveyards can't be have hexproof. Wait, lands on the battlefield and yeah. No, it doesn't give them hexproof. Like, it's not really, like, if it's an opponent's land or an opponent's land in the graveyard, then you can still target them. The controller, the owner, can't target them. Like no, it doesn't give them hexproof. It's not group hug. No, it's actually the opposite, I think. So, it could be better in Old War Illuminator. Now, your opponents can play lands from graveyard. Oh, yep, better than Glintless Crane. How about Supreme Phantom? Well, like, is it better than Supreme Phantom in a Banned Spurs deck? I don't know. But yeah. Tomik is actually a good card. Very good card. Especially in Limited. Standard as well. Might see play in Modern. Commander, definitely Commander. Like, it stops Omnath decks. It stops Gitrog decks. Yeah. Those decks. Oh! It's Wednesday already. In Japan. Never mind. So it looks like this podcast Tuesday continued on to Wednesday. Again. That's the third time it happened. That I did a podcast and it goes on to Wednesday. Yeah. After that, we got Evolution Sage. It's a 3-mana 3/2 elf druid with when a land enters battlefield under your control. Proliferate. Yeah. Very good. It's very good. Definitely better than some sort of Naga. No, not Blind Blast. Not Blind Blast. Different one. Demolish? No. Not Demolish. Didn't say Demolish. Divine Strike? No. Force Standing? No. And Crop Invader? No. Not that. No, not the Thanos Frog. No. Not that one. Sunblade? No. Not Sunblade. Broomhulk? No. Blind Blast White? Again. Oh. It's not the Thanos Frog. No, not Lazartep. Reaver. Again, that no. Banehound, no. Not the Lazartep. Plating. Devouring Helium, no. I've seen much before. No, not Pornbright. Never mind. Just couldn't find that 3-mana 3/2 Naga zombie with no abilities. But yeah. No, it went a land. It's a landfall effect. Yeah, landfall. It's returning, but doesn't have the landfall. Like the Tet's landfall. Like the Tet's landfall is only on cards in Zendikar or in Commander. Like it never says like no. Like Tyler's Tracker has a landfall effect. Tatiova has a landfall effect. But yeah. But now after that we got Bolt Bend. Bolt Bend, yeah. 4-mana instant, but costs 3 less to cast if you control a creature of power 4 or greater. Yeah, ferocious it's returning, but it doesn't say ferocious. Change, like, well, we had already returned last set. Change the target of target spell ability with a single target. Kind of like misdirection, but never for free. 1 mana cheaper, which could become 1 mana. Like, misdirection is, like, well, Bolt Bend isn't an alternate cost. Like it's a cost reduction. Like, misdirection is an alternate cost. Like, misdirection is 5 mana, but you can, it's our blue card from hand to make it 0 mana. To pay an alternative cost. It's out a card, and then you can cast it for 0 mana. Bolt Bend is 4 mana, but then if you have a creature of power 4 or greater, you can cast it for 1 mana instead. That's it. There we go. Threat we got. Eternal Taskmaster. Very good, actually. I think it's better than Shambling Ghoul because it has the extra ability, which is when it attacks, you may pay 2 and black. If you do, return to a creature card from your graveyard to hand. Very good. You could say it's a Raised Dead on a stick, or a Disentomb on a stick. Like, but you have to pay 3 mana, not 1 mana. Yeah, it's a 2 mana 2/3. It still enters tapped. Has the same creature type as Shambling Ghoul. Like, it's a zombie still. 2 mana 2/3. They both enter tapped, but Eternal Taskmaster has the extra ability. That's why it's much better, and it's gonna be played and sealed, of course. That we got single combat. Like, yeah, single combat. Like, yeah, not even a threat to the entire multiverse could persuade them to put aside their feud. Yeah, Sorin versus Nahiri, definitely the fight. It's always that. Like, Nahiri brought Emrakul to Innistrad just to try to destroy Sorin. Like, and Sorin is actually evil, so, like, I think Nahiri's plan went wrong because Emrakul started destroying the whole of Innistrad, but not Sorin, so Gatewatch had to intervene, and so did Tamiyo, and Liliana joined the Gatewatch because of Emrakul's invasion, and yeah. So if Tamiyo, they just imprisoned it in the moon, then they just wiped out every Eldrazi except for 1, somehow. But yeah, it's a 5 mana sorcery. Each player chooses a creature or planeswalker they control and sacrifices the rest. Players can't cast creatures or planeswalker spells until the end of your next turn. Yep, that's right. Very good in limited. Commander, board wipes. Board wipes are always awesome. Like, in limited, commander, standard. Definitely not better than Settled Wreckage, of course. Unless if you're playing actual control, like you use to keep your Teferi. Well, I'm not sure. The opponent still gets a creature, or a planeswalker, so they just keep their dinosaur. Chat, we got Challenger Troll. Yeah, it's a 5 mana 6/5 troll with each creature control of power 4 or greater. Can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. Yep, that's right. It's such a good card. Like, yeah, give them menace and they're unblockable. It's very good if you combine menace with can't be blocked by more than 1 creature, because that makes them unblockable. Because since they can't be blocked by 2 or more creatures, but they have to be blocked by 2 or more creatures, then that means they are unblockable because 1 creature can't block it and multiple creatures can't block it. Therefore, it's unblockable. It's very good. Like, when I saw this ability for the first time, I was like, what if we combine this with Menace? And yep, it is actually known, this trick. After that, we got Dreadhorde Arcanist. Like it's some kind of strange version of the Snapcaster Mage. Like, well, the card most similar in standard, the two cards most similar to how do you, oh, yeah I said it a second ago, Snapcaster Mage. In standard, the two most similar cards are actually Darfleet Daredevil and Mission Briefing. Because Mission Briefing it's an instant, and it replaces a 2/1 creature for Surveil 2. Yeah. And it doesn't even give it flashback. Like, you can cast it from your graveyard this turn. Like yeah. Not just that, and also Darfleet Daredevil is basically the same thing, but onto an opponent's graveyard. It doesn't have flash, but it instantly exhaust. Like, if you don't cast it, then you leave it in exile. But if you cast it, it goes to exile. Like, doesn't really matter. It's gonna stay exiled. Cast it or don't cast it, but yeah. Dreadhorde Arcanist is like a 2-mana 1/3 zombie wizard trample. Wait, 1 power trample? Yeah, it's not really that unusual. Because when attacked, you may cast target instant or sorcery card of CMC less than or equal to its power from your graveyard without paying its mana cost, and if it will be put into a graveyard this turn, exile it instead. Yeah, very good. Like if you somehow make this grow, then you can get bigger stuff. Like somehow, like it can. Whoa! At its worst, it can actually cast lightning bolts, mutagenic growths, giant growths, stuff like that. Well, lightning bolt isn't in the set. Mutagenic growth is definitely not in the set. Or what? Well, we don't know if lightning bolt is in the set. Like, I think it's not gonna return, because if a bolt is gonna return, then it's gonna be shock, and it's either in this set or in M20. That's the thing. Like yeah, lightning bolt is way too overpowered. Like, we got Wizard's Lightning, which is a balanced version of lightning bolt. Lightning Strike, which is a slightly more expensive version of lightning bolt in mana cost, and also Skewer the Critics, which is a sorcery, speed, balanced version of lightning bolt, and shock is a weaker version of lightning bolt. Yeah, that's the thing. But after that, we got Massacre Girl, which, yeah, it's actually some sort of new chain word or stuff like that. Like, it's a 5-mana 4/4 human assassin with menace. Oh! It's actually an instant combo. No, not Eternal Taskmaster. Single combat, definitely not. With Challenger Troll. In instant combo, because it's already power 4. Challenger Troll makes it can't be blocked by more than one creature, and it has menace. So if you have those two out on the battlefield, then that creature is unblockable. But yeah, when it enters, each other creature gets -1 until end of turn. Whenever a creature dies this turn, each creature other than the Massacre Girl gets -1 until end of turn. Yeah, it's very good. Like, first it can kill 1/1s, and like if it kills a 1/1, then it can kill 2/2s and 3/3. Yeah, Haunt of Hightower is most probably not affected by that card, because since your opponent's stuff will go to their graveyard, then +1/+1 counters will be added onto the Haunt of Hightower. therefore neutralizing the effect of Massacre Girl, and hopefully in the end of the turn it actually gets stronger, the Haunt of Hightower. Yeah, it's actually, they're both very good cards. Very, very good cards. Like, use this card if you're playing a Haunt of Hightower commander deck, because, well, you can't use it right now. Well, when it gets released, or pre-released even, just put it into your Haunt of Hightower deck. Or if you don't have one, build a Haunt of Hightower deck. That's if you have one, of course. So that we got Eternal Skylord. It's a 5-mana 3/3 zombie wizard when it enters battlefield, amass 2. And zombie tokens you control have flying. Wait, flying zombies? Where have I seen that before? Oh yeah, I remember. It's already that unusual, flying zombies. Yeah, it's funny. It's definitely funny. Flying zombies. Yeah. But still, definitely a good card, especially with a Scarab God deck, because the thing is that Scarab God can take the creatures from the graveyard and they become zombies as well. So they gain flying since it's a zombie token. It's very good. That we got Jiang Yangu, Wildcrafter. It's a 3-mana 3 loyalty Yangu, legendary planeswalker. Each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter when it becomes a bird. No, it does not become a bird. I meant it has tap, add 1 mana of any color. That's what I really meant. Like, probably you could have understood it when I said becomes a bird. Like what I mean by that, it becomes a bird. It's a paradise. Well, it doesn't gain the flying part. It simply gains the tap, add 1 mana of any color. Because there is going to be a new ParallaxPotion as well in this set. It has -1, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Yeah, there is Jiang Yangu, but unfortunately I think there's going to be no Wu Yanling. But there is Mo-Wu, actually. The set. Like, Mo-Wu always goes with Jiang Yangu. Like, yeah, even Neheb appeared. Is in Ravnica. Like, me wondering, how is Mo-Wu and Neheb in Ravnica if they're not even from Ravnica? Like, Mo-Wu is Jiang Yangu's pet dog, and Mo-Wu isn't the planeswalker itself. Neheb isn't the planeswalker himself, but yeah, like, oh yeah, no, but there is this planar portal which somehow was bringing all of Nicol Bolas's army through the portal, and I think through that same portal, Jiang Yangu could somehow go to Ravnica with his dog. Like it's like, I don't know, like, what is Jiang Yangu's home plane? Like if Jiang Yangu has to go to a different plane, like how can his dog come with him? Like, it has to wait there, and then and then his dog is gonna miss Jiang Yangu so much. But yeah, so yeah, it doesn't really matter. But after that, we got Neheb. There we go, Neheb, the Dreadhorde champion. This is a 4-mana 5/4. Whoa, instantly good. Zombie miniature warrior, legendary creature. Like yeah, that's the third time they're printing in Neheb. Like, first you've got red-black Neheb, which is regular, in Amonkhet. Then in Hour of Devastation, you got Neheb, which is just mono red, but it becomes a zombie. So he gets eternalized. And then now he's back again. Well, not really reprint. Like, it appeared. It has trample. Wow, very good. And when it deals combat damage to player or planeswalker, you may discard any number of cards. If you draw that many cards and add that much red at the end of turn, You don't lose his mana as steps and phases ends. Oh, yes, that's good for Locust God. Yes, that's actually so good for Locust God. Because that's going to create so many insects. And yeah, guess what? Neheb was actually in the same plane as Locust God. But is Locust God somehow... Is Nicol Bolas going to bring Locust God, Scarab God, and Scorpion God to Ravnica? I don't know, but he brought Neheb, at least. Like, a new Neheb that has synergy with Locust God. Like, I'm gonna... Like, when it gets released, I'm gonna put that in my Locust God deck. Because it's gonna be such a good synergy. Like I could get turn 7 Omniscience, or actually earlier, if I could just... Like, I could actually get Omniscience very early with Neheb. And not just that, I draw so many cards with Neheb. So good. But yeah, we got... That's 3 spoilers left. After that, Krenko. 10th Street Kingpin. Why did they change the flavor text? Like, the flavor text in the card, it used to say, like, Krenko is forever, Scryfall. Like, yeah, that's what it used to say. But they were changed. Why did they change the spoiler flavor text? Like, it's a 3 mana 1/2 goblin. It's a new Krenko. And when he attacks, put +1 counter on it. Then create a number of 1/1 red goblins equal to Krenko's power. Wait, red goblins? They're green! Don't you see? They're literally green. Sorry, I wasn't... I didn't mean to be racist. I'm not being racist, no. Like, well, yeah. Like, it's red goblins, but they're physically green. Like, goblins, like, they're usually green. Like, well, in MTG, you don't usually see goblins with the color green. Like, you normally see them in red, sometimes in black, not much times in green. Oh, but you can sometimes find them in blue. There are a few in white. Yeah, there are actually in all colors, but mainly red. Red has the most goblins. Black has the second most. Blue has the third most. Green has the fourth. And the color of the least goblins is white. But they're all, like, either green or black physically. Like, I don't know. Like, but after that we got Flip the Flip, the Lost. Yep, Flip the Flip is finally gonna get a card. And yeah, Totally Lost is also returning, just to stay in standard. And it's Flip the Flip Lost in Nicol Bolas' statue. Yeah. Like, he's lost in the middle of a battle. It's a 2 mana 1/1 homunculus. When enter battlefield, draw a card. But when entered from your library or else cast from your library, draw 2 cards instead. And when he becomes the target of a spell, shuffle Flip the Flip back to the library. Dodges removal. Well, not really dodges removal. Like, it does get sent back to the library. Like, it doesn't die, so it can return. Not just that, but what's special about Flip the Flip is that Giant Growth is its weakness. Yeah, Giant Growth is Flip the Flip's weakness. Like, don't cast Giant Growth on Flip the Flip. Like, unless if your opponent has the Flip the Flip and you are targeting their Giant Growth, but don't target your own Flip the Flip with Giant Growth. Unless if you really want this back into your library, to then somehow Court of Calling it. Like, well, yeah, I know it could actually be better than Elvish Visionary, except in an elf stack, because that can draw you 2 cards and it can return if it would die to spell or something. But yeah, final card of the podcast, we got Kasmina, Enigmatic Mentor. Yeah, it is actually a cool card. Like, it's a very good card. Like, Kasmina actually turns some random zombie into a Thanos frog. What? Never mind. Yeah, it's kind of funny actually. Yeah, it's a 4 mana 5 loyalty. Spells your opponents cast a target creature or planeswalker you control cost 2 more to cast. And -2, create a 2/2 wizard token and draw a card, then discard a card. Yeah, simply that. It's very good, actually, because I get to loot and you create wizards and it protects your stuff. That's the end of the podcast. That's all the spoilers. That, well, not all of them, but like the ones I put there. But yeah, comment, type in the top chat, in live chat, stream chat, or in the comments which one of these cards that you like the most, and which one would you recommend me to use in deck when they get released. If there actually are any very good cards that I didn't notice, they are very good. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, share with friends, follow, and yeah, watch my videos too. Watch my next videos, streams, and podcasts. And the podcast will live every Tuesday, so stay tuned to them. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and bye. Creature.